Let's try this one more time. I don't have a blowy thing, so it's the best you're gonna get. This is the second time I'm filming this video because I lost all the footage. It was an accident. I was compressing all my footage so that you would be able to hear the sound, and I stopped it because I needed a clip for Vlogmas Day. It's my birthday one, whatever. And oh no, I needed one for the one where BG watched my video because I needed the part where he shouted me up. And just... That's me! It's me! Oh my god. Anyway, so we're recording this again, and it's a good thing because I forgot I left out some stuff last time. So yeah, general basis. We're wearing glasses this video because my eyes hurt and I'm getting old, so I need glasses. Normally we would just talk month by month and then talk about resolutions, but this year we're going to do a brief history of 2018 on YouTube, a brief history of memes, then we're going to go on to the months, and then we're going to talk about resolution. Year review. 2018 on YouTube has been a interesting year. It's been terrifying. We are going to talk about 2018 on YouTube and do it better than YouTube Rewind did, because that sucked. Righty-ho, let's begin at the beginning of the year when Logan Paul went to Japan.
I just gotta be careful to not like disrespect the culture. It's the whole thing. What's the issue?
This one is just for a display.
Attack! Sir, the game seems to be malfunctioning. Toyota, I choose you. Thanks.
You just gotta be careful.
Japan is all about the respect.
I hate this dude. As a self-proclaimed weeb, that was offensive to me as someone who wants to go to Japan to experience the culture, and then he just ran around doing stuff like this. Then the forest incident happened.
Bro, did we just find a dead person in the suicide forest? Hanging?
I don't have much to say on this other than I fucking hate him for it. Yes, I am gonna swear because I don't get monetized on this channel anyway, and it's just my vocabulary. So if you're 12, don't swear. As someone who's gone through a lot of mental health problems, my family can't be quiet for half an hour for me to record. As someone who's gone through a lot of mental health problems in the past 2 years, 5 years, I found this incredibly bad. I was in a position where I considered doing that like 2 years ago now, and seeing him make light of it was not good. I know a lot of people have already talked about this, but like the beginning of 2018 for me was a very rough place, and we'll get into that later, it's fine. Let's just get all the Logan Paul and Jake Paul stuff out of the way, so I'm just gonna quickly go through it. There was a fight with Logan and KSI. I think it was a draw. I didn't really care. I think I was away in Tenerife when it happened. There was a fight with Jake Paul and Deji, and Deji deserved to lose. He's a pussy. I don't like Deji at all. It's my personal opinion. If you like him, that's fine. I just don't. KSI did a fight with Joella. I guess YouTubers are fighting each other now. Come at me, BG. I'm joking, I fucking love BG. Yeah, there is I can actually film this and be happy when I'm filming it. Please don't fight me. I would probably lose. When my brother and I would fight, I would just curl up on the floor like Woody did in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody on Deck, and he would just, armadillo, armadillo. And we had the Shane Dawson documentary on Jake Paul, which made me cry. Shane Dawson just has that effect on me. You know, your first YouTuber always has that effect on you. Going back onto Shane Dawson documentaries, they were all amazing this year, and I'm so proud of the content he's making. I'm so glad he's happy with it. I hope in 2019 I can make content I'm happy with. Like, I'm happy with what I'm making, I just feel like it could be better. You get my point. TanaCon!
Really, really cool too to have people like outside waiting to get in. Like, people love to be oppressed outside.
TanaCon. What's the tea, sis?
Free tickets just gone. Thousands and thousands of free tickets just gone with the wind.
A TanaCon was a disaster.
Bro, they just canceled TanaCon. People rioting out here.
It sucked. It was stupid. I used to watch Tana and I used to like her, but now I kind of just went off her before the whole TanaCon thing happened, so it's not because of that. Dr. Phil content blew up this year. Just wait till I become a commentary channel, because that just seems to be the way you get loads of subscribers. Lil Tay was a thing.
Lil Tay out here balling in the IA. I dropped 200 racks on this car, and I'm only 9 years old. I got the keys to this car.
I didn't know much on it, but I do now thanks to Alex, Will, and George. Ligma. Ligma balls.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
And that whole other ninja stuff that I didn't really care about. Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Yeah, I'm on Pew's side with that. I am a woman, and I do believe that calling women horrible names is not good. Considering I was playing Deceit once and I killed someone who was guilty, and then his friends killed me and then called me a whore, I reported them immediately. I'm not all for one for harassment, but when it's Pew's, you can kind of tell when it's a joke or not. Mukbangs. I don't like them. I don't like watching people eat. I don't like people watching me eat. I mean, I don't mind watching people eat, like if you're eating dinner with your friend or something. But when it's right up against the microphone going... No. Lilo Pons isn't funny. TikTok blew up this year. I'm actually on TikTok, you can go check it out. I did this horrible video.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh?
YouTube Rewind. It sucked. I actually talked about it in one of my vlogs. I put it in the vlog because I didn't have enough time or opinions about it to make like a full video on it. My basic opinion, it sucked. Except for the part with all the animators, because I freaking love animators and I'm an artist, so I appreciate them. I love you, Jaden, and the odd one is out, and Illy. PewDiePie versus T-Series. I have personally loved that war. And Pew's won, yatta desu. But it's sad because he wanted to put out a video and then he couldn't because he didn't lose. That could only happen to frickin' PewDiePie. But that was a fun thing. A lot of great content came out of it, and I don't know, I just really loved it. Bitch, lasagna, bitch, lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch. Lasagna. Mr. Beast! I was actually watching Mr. Beast's video today where he was donating to PewDiePie when he was doing his cry donation. Let's talk about that quickly before I forget. PewDiePie donated a lot of money to a Indian charity for all the people calling him racist and a white supremacist and a Nazi. He donated quite a lot of money to Indian children to help them get back on track. I'm proud of Pete. Like, I've watched him so long that I know all of the charities he's donated to. Can't remember them off the top of my head, of course. I just know it's been a lot. Right, back to Mr. Beast. Yeah, he did the whole thing where he bought loads of billboards to make people subscribe to PewDiePie, and then he went and donated to a load of streamers saying subscribe to PewDiePie to promote it more, and that's just so wholesome. It's so wholesome, I can't handle it. Fangirl Vlogs broke 100 subscribers. Now that's the biggest news of this year. If someone else tells you something different, they're wrong. We broke 100 subscribers, and that is honestly the bestest thing in the world. I'm sorry, I'm really tired, so I'm not like showing as much emotion as I usually would. We are currently on 233. It was 234 when someone unsubscribed to me, so thanks. It's made me happy because I can post videos now and they'll actually get views within the first like 5 minutes instead of waiting 2 days. Memes. I'm just gonna name them and then insert like a picture or a clip, and that's how this segment's gonna go. I don't actually know the song, but Yodeling Kid. Uganda Knuckles is the reason I have a boyfriend today. Because if I never would have met the chain of people that led me to meet him, which is something I explained in the last time I recorded this, and it's getting tedious. The moth meme. I wasn't ever really interested in that one. Bongo cat, my favourite meme of the year because it's a cat with bongos. Tide Pods. Don't eat them. Somebody touch my spaghetti. My family probably thinks I'm crazy. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Hit or miss? I guess I never miss, huh? Already traced it. What about when I'm worried? I'll be back in blue version. Burger King foot lettuce. I already watched Chills before this meme came out, but like, I like his voice. I don't know, it's soothing. But ever since the whole Burger King foot lettuce thing happened, it just made him annoying to me. But I still watch his videos, it's fine. Everybody, we have an important announcement. Stop bullying! Gnome.
And you've been gnomed.
You're so fucking precious when you smile. Infinity War meme. Disintegrating. Also the worst moment in cinematic history. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And then I cried for an eternity. Bowsette needs to stop. It makes me want to jump off the earth, you know, because it's flat. Flat earth, we can get it. It's not flat. I also wanted to add a quick tribute section because a lot of celebrities died this year who have influenced me in a way, or, you know, so I'm only gonna do the ones that I know more about. You get me? Like, not a celebrity that means nothing to me, a celebrity that has had an effect on my life in some way. That's what I'm trying to say. Avicii. I love his songs. Stephen Hawking was a massive part of my life. Stanley, the biggest part of my life. Good, I went to watch Spider-Verse and it had a scene with Stanley in it, and I just turned to Eva and I just started crying. I was just like, oh my god, Stanley. Stefan Carl Stephenson. I watched Lazy Town as a kid and I can't believe it was still going. And I loved him as Robbie Rotten, and oh, he made such a difference to kids' lives. And he really played into the memes, and I love celebrities who do that, and it's just sad that he's gone. I don't know if it's Steven or Stefan Hillenberg, creator of SpongeBob. Again, watched that as a kid, still watch it today. Still can't believe it's going till today, but I'm gonna cry. Scott Wilson, he was Herschel in The Walking Dead. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but like in season 4, the last episode, when that thing happened, I spent a good 3 days crying about it. He really impacted me through The Walking Dead. Even though I didn't see much of anything else he was in, it was definitely a big thing in The Walking Dead. Now we move on to the part of the video where I do a month by month summary of what happened to me this year personally, because these are different ways I have to document my year, because I stopped writing a diary because it annoyed me. January, I was still in a toxic relationship and I didn't know it. Like, I had my suspicions and I was trying to convince myself otherwise, but like it was a toxic relationship. I did the teacher challenge on Skillshare, which is basically I taught a class on Skillshare, and if you use the link that I will put down there, if I haven't put it down there, remind me and I will put it down there. You can get 2 months free and you can take my class if you want to learn how to draw a realistic eyeball. I've probably gotten better by then. It probably wasn't the best eye I've ever drawn, but like the techniques are still there, and that helps me out as well, and it will help the channel and it will make it better, and then maybe year review of 2019 will be amazing. I don't know yet. I went to see Paramore for the 2nd time in my life, and I love Paramore, and Paramore's my favourite band. February! I was having a lot of trouble sleeping, and my mental health was starting to get better, because in the end of 2017 I did start taking sertraline for my depression and anxiety, but now that has obviously changed, and I'll explain that when I get to that. I just wanted to put this in here because I'm a little bit spiteful and salty and sorry, and yeah. My ex said he would never break up with me. Liar! March the 25th. I was dumped after 3 years. With no warning signs. I mean, the warning signs were kinda there. Like, not paying enough attention, not wanting to hang out as much. But those signs were there a year ago when he took me to Benidorm. And then he got better. And then he got worse. It was a weird relationship. It was very toxic. For me especially. I guess some of the things I did was toxic, but I was in a really bad mental place, and it can be easily explained as my depression and my anxiety and my paranoia and my PTSD and all the other fucking things that was wrong with me. So I became very depressed after that. I started isolating myself from the real world more. I didn't go out as much, mainly because my friends didn't invite me out as much, and we'll get into that. But yeah, I just became very secluded in myself and very agoraphobic. More so than I was before. April, I discovered VR chat, and my life has never been the same. This is the year of change after all. I made some great friends other than Aoife, you know. Infinity War. I watched that and was emotionally invested for about 3 months straight. I don't know why I wrote that down. It was just a big part of April, I guess. I cut off all my hair. Again. And now it is this length. This is the short part of my hair, which is here, and the long part is here. And when it gets down to like my boobs, I'm gonna trim it so that this part will get to my boobs, and then I'll trim this side and it will be even, and then I can just grow my long luscious hair again. The original plan was to cut off all the bleach part, but I dyed it brown because I hated my hair bleach because it reminded me so much of like 2017 and that. So May, I met Damien. I was depressed a lot. I didn't go out a lot. I wouldn't hang out with my friends, and I swear to God, if they walk up the stairs like that one more time. My neighbours have been increasingly annoying over the past 5 days, and because of my really bad aggravation, it's made me want to go over there and hit them round the head with a hammer. I'm not going to. I do have that much control of myself, but like, it's fucking annoying. I also think I have a lisp because I can't pronounce words properly, but I don't know. Interactive introverts. I went to that with Katie and Megan and it was amazing. I have a hat which is all the way over there and I'm not gonna get up and get it, but I'll insert a picture of me with it on. June, I started dating Damien, who is still my boyfriend till this day and lives 4,000 miles away, and it makes me sad when I think about it. I made some streaming buddies because he's a streamer. He does streams on Twitch, so go check out his Twitch channel. I'll link that in the description because it's fairly entertaining and he's the reason I went on Twitch, and I just wish I could get my software working. Then I was going to Tenerife with Aoife, and literally the night before we left on our flight, she told me that she and my old friends were going on holiday to the place I had wanted to go all along, and I'm just gonna sit here and complain for a couple minutes because I need to get it off my chest, really. So we were all trying to plan this big holiday to go somewhere warm in 2018 because, you know, we live in a cold place and I love swimming. I'm a water baby, I love mermaids, and I just love swimming. So I wanted to go back to Benidorm because the ocean was so shallow that I could easily be in it and not be terrified of drowning and or being eaten by a shark. And it was so hot I could spend all day in the pool and not be judged for it. So I would keep suggesting that and everyone would be like, nah, I don't want to, nah, that place is horrible, why would you want to go there? And then I find out on the day I'm about to go somewhere else where I had to find, because no one else would go to Benidorm, I find out they're all going without me. And they never asked me, they never told me, and they didn't ask me because they thought, oh, she won't be able to pay for it. I was literally about to get a job. Just because someone doesn't have a job and they have trouble paying for things, there is deeper meaning behind that. And you shouldn't just completely write them out of all of your plans because you don't know if they would try their best to do it. Their payment may be late, but they would still pay the full price. Which I always do. Sorry, salty. And you never know if they're getting a job. And Aoife literally found out that day that I was going to get a job. So I'm angry about that, and that is a big part that played into the part that will come later. But it just made me mad that they never even asked me. And they went to the place that I wanted to go. So I'm gonna take Aoife there next year. Even though I'm going to America. I definitely want to go to Benidorm because I love it so much. Yeah, so I found out all my friends were pricks, except for Aoife. I forgave her very quickly for that because she was the only friend who ever tried to keep me going to events like that and was the only one who really stuck by me when all this shit happened. July, I got a job and I was finally able to pay for things. Tenerife, yeah, I was making payments late, but I was able to then make up for that by getting a job and being able to pay for everything again. Just having a rough time, and I don't know why people couldn't see that. I mean, my boyfriend of 3 years literally just dumped me. I don't know why you would just assume I would be okay with that. I stopped writing my diary because I was doing a lot of the same things every day and it just became tedious. The only reason I wrote a diary in 2017 was to prove to my ex that I could do it, and I did it. I just gave up this year because I didn't have a reason to keep it going, and I just didn't see the point when all I would do all day was play VR chat. August. Let's really talk about this. I lost all my friends. I lost every single one of my old friends other than Aoife. When I was in high school, we had a big group of friends. That obviously dwindled when we got to college, and then in the second year of college it dwindled even further, so there was only like 5 of us. My friend group was made up of all boys and Aoife. And obviously I was dating one of those boys. So when he dumped me, that really made them all kind of push me to the side. They were pushing me away, and anyone would be stupid enough to be like, we weren't doing... Yes, you were. Because you all made a second group chat, can I just say, without me in it. And you all made plans and went places without me, without even asking me if I would even consider it. Like, they would go out drinking and they wouldn't ask me, but they would ask my ex, who doesn't drink and hates going out. Yeah, the only reason I don't go out is because of my anxiety, and I was obviously getting better at that point. And then I got really bad, and now I'm getting better again. So they were all pushing me away. Plus the whole holiday thing happened, and of course I had severe anger issues against my ex. Severe aggression issues. There's this whole other story of a part of my ex's life which I'm not gonna say because I'm respectable, and it's this whole big thing, and I'm just gonna do a brief summary. He was friends with his ex-girlfriend, and I was incredibly uncomfortable with that, and he knew that. And I was trying to figure out a way he could still be friends with her, and I could learn to be okay with it, or I could make it a bit more comfortable for me in the situation. I never ever said to him, you can't be friends with her. Because this whole deal happened between me and her where we fell out as friends. Like, she pushed us away, and I was always scared of turning into her whenever he would break up with me, and I kind of did, so it didn't really matter anyway. But my point is, I never said he couldn't be friends with her, and I was never okay with it. Never. And I had good reason to not be okay with that. Anyway, getting back to my point, what part are we at? Right, so he had become friends with her again. They'd been friends for like a year now. And obviously when he dumped me, one of my anxiety and paranoia reasons and PTSD thought he's gonna go be with her now. I don't know if that's the case, and frankly I don't care anymore, but I'm just mad. At this point, my anger is so bad I can't control it anymore. So Aoife tells me all this stuff that's been going on, and in my head I put it together that he's with her now. And I got super angry, and I went on the group chat and I started chatting shit about her. Now, none of us liked her. Only he did. Only he's friends with her. None of my friend group liked her. So I don't get why this happened, but I was chatting shit about her, and I get that I was being a horrible person, and I'm not saying that I wasn't. I was. It's just what happened next was incredibly uncalled for. You could have just said, calm down, you know. You could have talked me down a bit, or you could have just ignored it and waited for it to pass. But no. One of my bestest friends for many, many, many years came on, and he kicked me out of the group, and he blocked me on it. And I was angry because he was the one who hated her as well. So I went on a different group chat we had, and I made myself admin, and I was just being really angry at all of them. And I was like, none of this is gonna matter when I go to America, and I'll forget all about this and I'll just be finally happy for once in my fucking life. And then they brought up the situation that caused my PTSD. And said, well, didn't that relationship fail as well? And then I was like, hey, dumbass, that was... And I told him about this. I sat him down and told him everything that happened to me. And I got incredibly angry, and I left every group chat, and I never talked to any of them ever again, unless it was through Reefer. So I lost all my friends, and I became incredibly lonely. And I started making myself very secluded. I wouldn't leave the house that much. I only had Aoife, and she would work and still hang out with them, so there were limited times I could actually hang out with her. So I became very lonely and reliant on a guy who was 4,000 miles away, and that's not good. I do wish I had more real life friends, because the human contact is actually pretty nice. But I love my boyfriend now, I really do. I just wish I could be close to him, because I'm not, and it's not fun at all. But yeah, I just kind of enveloped myself in the online world. That friend that said that has apologized now. He apologized on Christmas Eve through Aoife, might I say, but I did block him, so he apologized, and I'm still angry at the fact that I did tell them what happened, but like, I've forgiven them by this point. I'm tired of being angry at all of them. I'm still angry at my ex because he's a fucking dick, but I've forgiven that person. September, not much happened. October, we celebrated Fangirlween. Go watch those videos, because I actually put a lot of effort into them and no one freaking watched them. So please do check out my old videos. They are a lot like now, because I've had the same personality for about 3 years. So I was working a lot in my new job, and that leads to a lot of mental breakdowns. And then I began therapy, and since then I've been able to go out by myself. Not completely by myself. I haven't ever gone to town, bought stuff and then come back by myself. I've gone out to therapy, then gone to town, then come back by myself. So we're taking stepping stones. The Blackberry happened and it was amazing. I went with Megan and Aoife and it was so cool. November, not much happened. And then December, I turned 20. I'm old. I did a video on Hello Neighbor, which I then tweeted to BG Mike, and also commented on 2 of his videos about it, and he watched it and he liked it and he commented on it. What the? And I was super happy, and I would have been just happy if he just watched it. But then he did a theory on it and shouted me out, and now I have 233 of you.
Fangirl vlogs?
And I could not be happier. And it makes me cry every time I think about it. I'm not crying right now because I'm just trying to rush because I want food and my camera is running out of memory. It's honestly been the best month of this year. The first part of this year, everything was just going to crap in my life and my friends' lives. And I feel like the second part, we've really started taking steps to healing ourselves over everything that happened. Not just me, everyone else, and this month has just been amazing, the amount of support I've gotten for the channel. And yeah, one of my favourite YouTubers likes my video and I'm so happy about that. But okay, we're gonna move on to resolutions next, but I need to make some space in my camera and have some food, so I might look different when I cut to the next clip. Just quickly wanted to add, in December my agitation became really bad because of my change in medication, and now I'm angry all the time and I punch things a lot and I kick things a lot, and it's not fun. When I'm in the freezer at work setting up stuff for the next day, if I lift a box and it's too heavy and I get angry at that, I will actually start crying in the middle of the freezer. So that part of December's not been good, but the rest of it's great. This isn't a mukbang. Go away. Go away. Go away. Can I also just say before the resolutions part that I do have this really unhealthy thing, but I have to eat my food really quickly because my ex was a pig and would eat his within like 2 minutes, and I would have to eat quickly because otherwise I'd be sitting at the table eating for so long. So I'm trying to work on that because that's what makes me so full and means I can't eat more later in the day. So I'm trying to pace myself and be better at that. So okay, now go away. This ain't a mukbang. Go. Don't look at my dirty room.